light edition of items a beginning new DJ for mobile DJing would need. And the reason why I'm doing this kind of separate is because I could probably go long on lights, because there's so many little options and things and ideas that I have for you guys that I wanted to bring to you guys, that I'll probably go a little long on this one, so I won't be able to mix this in with my other one, which I was talking about headphones and microphones. Also on the microphones one, I know I didn't talk about wireless microphones, but once again, I'm talking for beginning and new DJs. I don't think that's a top priority for beginning or new DJ. You want to spend more money on your equipment, your speakers, on your laptop, on your controller, on your music. That I don't think right away you need a wireless microphone. It's nice to have in the future, but I don't think you need one right away. If you're interested in wireless microphones, I have some cheap or cheaper options. I did a review on a ProRec, which is it's a very good microphone system, but you can get it at a great price. And I also compare it to some other ones that I've gotten at good prices. So anyways, so check out those videos if you're interested in that. But I'm talking about beginning new DJs who are starting out, don't want to spend a lot of money on different equipment, and want to concentrate their money to their speakers and that stuff, and not worry about lights as much. So this is a cheap, easy way to get started with some lights and some light ideas. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start with lights that I have, and like I said, it was kind of fun to go through some of my boxes and see all the stuff that I have. I didn't realize I have so many little gadgets and stuff that I've bought through the years. So, but the easiest way to start out, I think, and it's the way that I started out, is to have these little Chinese lights like this, and they actually move. Buy a couple of these. You can get these for $10.99 in a 2-pack. And then buy some of these from Walmart. This is like a lamp, but it's actually like it's like almost like a par can. And it takes a normal light socket, and you can put those in there, and you have an automatic DJ light. Those are very good, and you can get, like I said, these for $10, 2 of those lights for $10. So 2 of these cans would be $20, and then those would be $10.99. So you're looking at $30 to $35, and you have 2 good DJ lights, technically, or 2 party lights. So that's a very good option for you. And yes, they're from China, and they're cheap, and they might break eventually if you're not careful with them. But I've had those for years, and they're still not broken. So just take care of your stuff, and it's been pretty reliable for me. Also, you can buy these. This is an LED light, and you could have one of these, and makes good uplighting. These will go any color, and they come with a remote, and they go into a standard socket too. Once again, Amazon, eBay, and $3 to $5. If you want to go cheaper than that, of course, you can always get any colored bulb you want at your local store, and these are $1 to $3. But these little lamps and I modified this one to go onto a stand or a truss, but easily these can be really cool and help you out. And they have the little switch on them as well. So that's an easy, quick way. 3 ways to start off with lights right away, and relatively $30, and I had a little light display. Of course, you can also get black light at Walmart around Halloween time. Look, they clearance a lot of that stuff off, and you can easily pick up black lights all day, and you can get them for cheap if you just pay attention when it's that time of the season and that kind of stuff. If not, you can get these all year round, and they're between, I want to say, $15 to $20. So these are pretty good little lights. I put them in front of my DJ booth, or put them on behind me, and they light me up. Or when people come to your stand, they'll light them up. It's a nice little effect. The next thing I'd like to go to is rope lights. Rope lights are a great DJ effect. They're relatively inexpensive, and you can use your imagination and do anything you want with them. You can, wrap them up your your tripods, or put them on your booth like I have mine there. And you can get these for $20 to $25, and it has everything you need. Has the plug-in, has the control module, and it'll have a remote, and you can do different colors, settings. Mine go to the music. They'll fade. Like I said, you can change colors. Very, very cool thing that you can get relatively inexpensive. So I use mine, and I'll wrap a stage. Like if I'm given a stage, I'll wrap the stage with the LED lights, and it gives a nice wash light effect. Very cool, very easy. You can pick up like old school incandescent lights or lamp lights, and you can put colored things in them, and you can get these for $20 a piece. A great effect is to get, like a par can like this and just shine it on a disco ball. You can pick disco balls relatively inexpensive. I think I have one here. You can get those relatively inexpensive. A really good one will cost you some money, and I have a really nice actual old school one. This is an inexpensive one, a little mini one. And like I said, you just shine your can on that, and you have a classic disco ball look. And you don't need a lot of lights if you have that. That's just classic, timeless, and everybody likes a disco ball. So that's an easy thing to do as well. Like I said, you can get disco balls at novelty stores very cheap, and pick up just a normal par can for $20 to $30, and that's great. You can also get any kind of beam light. That'll work too, and I know you can get those cheap as well. As long as it projects just like a beam onto your disco ball, you're going to get that effect. Another thing is, like I always talk about holiday lights. Holiday lights are getting really crazy. They're making all kinds of globos and all kinds of things, and as long as it doesn't have that holiday theme, it's just like shapes or colors or anything like that, you can use that for DJing. If you already have it, use it. So it's like this star shower. I already had this in my collection. Now I don't personally use something like this, but I would if I would have had it earlier in my career. I would have used it, and I would have used it like as an effect to shine back on. And maybe I'll still do something like this, but I would use it as an effect to shine back onto my my booth, or behind me, or up on the ceiling. I would use it as an effect, especially on these star showers, because I think you want to avoid direct use on this stuff on your crowd, especially for little kids. You might cause seizures and that kind of stuff, so that might be a warning there. But because it even says on here not to avoid direct eye contact, but to just make an effect. Like I said, if you shine this behind you, or up on the ceiling, or onto your booth, and just had it exactly on your booth and everything, you're just trying to create an effect. So be careful with the lights that you use. Read the warning labels and all that kind of stuff. Nobody wants to get hurt or damage anything, but if you're just creating an effect, it's a good tool to use. So just use what you have. So then now I'll go into a little bit more expensive items, but they're not super more expensive. Like this is an old school Eliminator E43. It has a nice effect. It spins. Well, inside it spins, and it has a nice effect. This is old. These are the actual ones that use the lamp lights, and these get very hot, so be careful with them. But easily, this is a $40 bill. You can get these for $40, maybe a little extra with shipping, but you can get them on eBay used, and they're a very good DJ light. So $40 here, $50 probably on a mushroom light with shipping. That's also an old school one. That's pretty much kind of how I started out with. Like I said, I don't use these anymore because they get so hot. Maybe occasionally I will, but but they get very hot, so I don't use these type of lights anymore. But you can easily pick these up for $40, $50 on eBay used, and it's a great starter light. So for $90 plus your stand that you're going to put them on, because you have to mount them on something, but $100, $120 and you have a nice little light display. Throw in a cheap moving headlight from China in the middle of these two lights, and you have a pretty good little display. Oh, that's broken now. Yeah, that is broken. You can hear the light. So yeah, don't drop those either because they're fragile. You'll definitely break the lamp in them. Luckily, hopefully, if the light's not broken, I actually have extra lamps. But another thing I was going to talk about before I dropped that was these. Basically, it's an outlet, but they're on remotes, so it's kind of like a remote outlet. I used to use this with these lights because they get so hot. You want to shut them off and rotate them a little bit so they don't get so hot. So this little system works pretty good, and you can have them on remote. That way you don't have to unplug them or shut off your power strip and that kind of thing. So that works pretty good. Another little cheap little light. Yeah, you can definitely hear that sucker. Another little light, like if you have scrims or things on your tripods, this little cool little light looks like a flying saucer. Can go in between your tripod and your scrim covers on your, and it's a nice little flying saucer effect where you can have that in there. And like I said, they're pretty bright, but it's a cool little effect. Cool little light that works pretty good. So you can pick those up. Once again, it's a China light, $8 to $10 a piece. Buy them in a 2-pack, $20. So that's a good little starter light as well. My go-to system that I use a lot right now is I have an ADJ boombox FX3. It has like a swarm in the middle, some wash lights, like an eye swirl type effect in the middle. And then I also use, these are also good, $19.99, $20. You can get a pair of these little plastic moving headlights as well. And that is a great effect too as well. They're very bright, they work very good. I think I have one of them plugged in, yep. And you can see that that puts out a lot. Look, moving headlight works very good, puts out a cool little effect. Different colors. So I think this one's blue and this one is like green. So they kind of have different colors, so they work pretty good. But yeah, I'll put those, and I'll just take that unit itself, and I have no problem doing a nice little small venue gig, and it's go-to, easy to set up, easy to take down, and you're good to go. The Boombox FX3, that'll cost you like $200 to $250. So like I said, probably not a beginning DJ light, unless you can save that money up, and then it is a good beginning DJ light because it has 3 effects, and that's all you need to take, and boom, you have lights. So if you want to save up a little more and get something like that, that's an all-inclusive unit that would be good for a starting DJ if you have the money. So I think that's about it, guys. I don't want to keep this too long on you, but you see that there's options out there. You got to see me break a light. I'm going to put in a little blooper where I almost electrocuted myself as well. So check that out, and I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope my thoughts can help anybody out there get started, have some cheap ideas, and get going to be a mobile DJ. Hey, if you guys have any questions on some of these videos, or thoughts or ideas, or things that you want me to go a little bit more into detail on, go ahead, let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and any feedback, comments, negatives or positive, I'll talk about it and discuss it, because knowledge is power. And even if it's a negative feedback, then I'll still be able to use it and think about it and decide if I want to use it or not. Everything's opinions out there, and I appreciate all of them. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for watching this tutorials. And like I said, if you want me to go into any more tutorials or anything in more depth, I can. So thank you very much. Little moving lights over there, but like I said, I can hang this. That's like a little park hand. The actual park hands you can buy at Walmart. It's like a light fixture. Oh, that was cool. They just lit up and they're not plugged in. Ooh. And I don't think I had this plugged in today, so weird.